Start. Hi, my name is Laura Dinsmore. I'm actually an OU graduate with computer engineering, spent 20 years in the robotics industry, and then started teaching here in 2000. I typically teach the first and second year computer science and IT courses. Now we have a lot more professors, so I don't get all the students anymore. I'm also teaching, for example, the follow-up to the game design course that Dr. Z mentioned earlier. I teach the game programming, and that's new this semester.
Hi, everybody. My name's Amanda Fisher. So I'm a somewhat recent OU graduate from the IT program. I actually started as computer science and kind of made my way over into IT. A lot of similar skill sets and opportunities career-wise. And right now I'm working at Ford Motor Company within their IT area in the connected vehicle space.
So one of the things that Amanda and I were discussing yesterday is the fact that a lot of students come in maybe because they want programming and they started the computer science degree, find the math a little more too difficult for them. So they come to me and they say, can I take an IT degree and still do programming? And definitely yes. I know I have one of my former students that I talk with. He got a programming job at General Motors. And Amanda, you want to chime in there?
Yeah. So as I said, I started off as computer science, but I didn't have a ton of programming experience in that part of the degree before moving to IT. So majority of my college education was in IT, and I actually spent about 2 years programming for production products at Ford Motor Company. So there's definitely opportunities for coding and IT, definitely not exclusive to the CS degree.
One of the things I want to mention to you after looking at other programs is as you look at different schools, be very careful. What we call computer science, they may call IT and vice versa. So look at their programs carefully. So on our homepage on the left side, you'll see undergraduate programs and information technology. And here's our major requirements. It brings up our current catalog. And of course, this is everyone at the university takes these classes. So let's get down to us. So for example, we have a Calc 1 class requirement, or they created a special calculus class for our students in computer science, which is slightly easier. Statistics, APM, a little bit of science, but then we get into our core. So hopefully you're going to notice here that you do get programming classes, but you'll also learn about computer systems and networks, web, database, systems analysis, system admin, security. And then as you get towards your junior, senior year, you can choose a track. So are you really interested in system admin, bioinformatics, game development, cybersecurity? So you can choose one of those tracks. And then we have some additional requirements. So it's a pretty, you're going to get a good background in a lot of areas that honestly will get you in all sorts of jobs. So as you see, computer science, you're taking networking. Now they'll take a course in, for example, software engineering practice, theory of computation, analysis of algorithms. So, you're going to get deeper into that stuff as opposed to the programming. It's interesting, all of our computer science, all the engineering degrees have a sophomore project and a senior project. And I know I've taught the sophomore project, both groups work together. So we don't have an IT version, a computer science version. They all work together.
And kind of as a looking back, I think one of the great things in the IT program and really just engineering in general at Oakland, I think there's a great focus on group work. As we already mentioned, there's a sophomore and a senior project. And I think it's really important that the students get a variety of experiences working in different groups because, now looking back, I've been working at Ford for about 5 years now. And everything is group work there. You've got to work in a variety of different teams and learn how to work with different dynamics. And I think Oakland, especially the engineering school, does a great job of promoting that and making that, a integral part of their curriculum.
And I know on my class pages, I set up forums for the students And it's wonderful because they're really helping each other. And then I'll of course see someone say, and get on the Discord. So they have their own forum set up separately. So even though we're online, our students are still meeting each other and helping each other, which I'm loving to see. And in fact, I don't see that in the class. When we're in the big classroom, people don't see that, they're not necessarily talking to their neighbors. I mean, a lot are, but online, I think a lot more people are happy about coming forward, which I think is great.
One other point, just kind of around being in the technology field that I always like to hit when I've done and helped out with SECS Day in the past. I think the field that you're all looking at in technology is a great way to combine passions. If you're really interested in healthcare, but you don't want to be necessarily, a medical doctor, there's a lot of overlapping opportunities in technology as well as like medicine. And you can kind of pair that with any industry because more and more industries are, relying on IT and technology.